Hello, everyone. Welcome to another VanHack Success Case episode. My name is Ilya, and I'm really excited today to be joined by Anastasia, who is a full-stack software engineer that got hired at a top tech company that's actually from San Francisco, but has offices in Vancouver and now has relocated to Vancouver, Canada. Welcome, Anastasia. Great to have you here.
Hi, yeah, it's so great to see you again.
Yes, congratulations for getting hired, and let's share your story. So, first question, very simple. Tell me about your professional background and your work experience and where you're from.
I'm Russian, but last 6 years I've been living in Germany until I moved to Canada a few months ago.
Mm,
So it's actually a Russian-German experience. For about 12 years, I work in web and software development. I'm self-taught, so I started from scratch and learned everything by myself.
mm,
Uh, it was my hobby. I was always interested on how websites are done. So I started to read about it and do something, and step by step, uh, finally, I found myself in a software engineering position.
nice, that's fantastic. And where did this dream or desire to move to Canada come from? Like, what made you want to go? And kind of, you're already living abroad. Why move again?
Oh, I always look for new challenges and opportunities to grow and discover something new.
Mm,
And I like to travel and live in different cultures and see people from all over the world. And Canada was always my first choice.
mm,
But I first wanted to live in a place, but not so far from my home country,
mm,
and see if it's so great as I see it in my dreams.
mm,
And it was amazing time. And at some point, after maybe 5, 6 years, I felt that I'm ready for a new adventure.
mm.
Um, Moving to a new country is always a big adventure,
Yeah.
and you experience a lot of challenges. It makes it extra exciting for me. So I like this process of going through this process.
Yeah, yeah. As someone who's also lived in different countries myself, I completely understand. It's always like a new chapter. And so how about like, how did you find out about VanHack, and how was your experience? Getting a job at VanHack.
Well, at a point when I decided that I want to move to Canada, I started to research about opportunities to do it. First idea was just to send hundreds of requests to different companies in LinkedIn. But
Mm,
then I thought maybe there is another way to do it, more easier, more funny. And I found a Telegram chat with software people that were discussing ways to move and just in total discussion. And one person mentioned VanHack on it, and I started to Google about it, and I got, why not? It looks like exactly what I'm looking for.
yeah.
And yeah, I created my profile and started to apply to different positions. And finally, I visited this event that you organized in December in Vancouver.
Yes.
Uh, I got a possibility to meet different companies in person, to talk to them, and finally see the city of my dream in person, not just on pictures in the internet.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. That's awesome.
uh,
Actually, let's talk about that experience. So this was of course pre-COVID. We had a program called VanHack Leap, where we would bring developers or VanHackers to cities they want to move to. In this case, was in Vancouver, but we also did it in different parts of Canada, and we were going to do it in Europe as well. But COVID kind of stopped that, and maybe who knows, in the future we'll have it. But how was that like? You got the preview, right? So you got to go to the walk down the streets and see what it's like to live there. Go to the maybe a grocery store, a restaurant. Was that really nice, like to have that experience? And
Wow, several days that I spent in Vancouver was just the most amazing time in my life. It was December, but it wasn't rainy. It was so great. So
mm,
when I went home, I couldn't believe that uh, such place can exist in the world. I was so excited about moving to Vancouver. So I understood that I will do everything just to make my dream to come true.
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm biased, but it's my favorite city since I live here as well. So, but there's a lot of great places we help people move, so it's not just one city.
I believe there are tons of great places in the world. It's just the perfect place for me.
Yes, exactly. Cool. Let's talk about the interview process. So you had the interview process with the company you got hired at here. How was that? Like, well, just maybe walk through so people understand what that looked like.
Oh, it was an hour challenge for me. I'm a pretty introvert person. It's hard to talk to people for me, but I got a great support from VanHack. They gave me amazing tips on how to behave, of what to talk, how
Mm,
to prepare my speech, and so. And we got a great preparation sessions, first online before going to Vancouver and
mhm.
in person. And yeah, so the process was challenging, but it was exciting. I met so many people, and I was talking nonstop for maybe 2 3 hours sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. And then how did you feel when you actually got the job offer?
I first job offer, I couldn't believe. At the time, I had a vacation in Los Angeles, and I got a message about it, and I was looking like, what? Really? I got an offer. Wow, I can't believe in it. Like, I really couldn't believe that it's possible. It's just a couple of days after the event.
Hmm.
So I didn't expect it to be that fast.
Yeah. So you actually you just said something important. I think you got two offers, right? That's something important to say.
I got I got 3 offers.
Three offers. Wow, that's awesome. Cool,
So
cool. I sorry if it's been a while since I saw. I didn't remember that, but yeah, three offers during that one event, right?
yeah, so it was really hard to choose. All companies were amazing, but I wish I could work for all of them, but it's not possible.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I made a choice, and it was a great choice.
Nice. Yeah. No,
I really respect it.
I'm a big fan of the company you work at, so yeah, I think you made the right choice there. And so you got those three offers, and you chose one, and then afterwards you went back to Germany and worked remotely in Germany for a while because with COVID, right? So how was that? I mean, I know that wasn't the best experience, but it's done now. And then how was like the move to Canada? Like, how do was it a nice experience? During COVID must have been a little bit different, right?
COVID made everything different.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was supposed to move maybe in 2 3 months after that because the process is very standard, like getting LMIA, then getting work permit, and but we were going almost there in March. I applied for my work permit when COVID started. So and for the next 6 months, I stuck in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
and because of that, we decided to start for me to work remotely to
Mm-hmm.
not lose time because the company needed people to do the job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and by the way, OneHack was super supportive in that process because I got a refusal in my work permit,
Yes. Yes.
and yeah, it was terrible time, but it was made by mistake, I believe. They just
Yeah.
it
Sometimes.
was it was a
Yeah.
very tough time for everyone, COVID in the world,
Yeah.
so it could happen. But OneHack helped me to go through this process of appealing, and
Mhm.
finally I got my work permit.
Yeah, definitely. No, our CTO at VanHack had his visa rejected three times before he finally got it. So, and now he's
Oh,
living in Canada, PR and everything. Yeah, we know it's not easy, especially when you get the rejection. It can be challenging, but it ended up well. You're sitting here in your new apartment, in your new city, so
I
all good.
I would give up by myself if I would do it by myself, and only a support of OneHack made me to move forward.
Well, that's great to hear. Yeah, we have an awesome global mobility team, so I'll be
Mm.
sure to let them know that you said that. Um, cool. So how was it? Like you arrived in Vancouver during quarantine. How was that whole experience? Like you had to stay 2 weeks in a place. How did you find an apartment? How was like settling in period?
Well, when I just came, it was in October 2020, and the COVID wasn't that strong at that time, so it was still possible to go somewhere and meet people. So it was pretty easy to find a place to live because many people cannot go travel now.
Mhm.
People that would study in Canada, so uh, I found it probably in just 2 weeks. So
Oh, that's
yeah.
great. Great. Yeah. And we were talking before at like that you walk by on the beach every day and enjoy your new home a lot.
Yeah, I live like 5 minutes from a beach. It's Kitsilano, amazing place in Vancouver. And actually, first thing that I did after my 2 weeks quarantine in Canada, I went to this kids beach that I live nearby now,
Mm.
and I was so amazed that I started to it like I couldn't believe such place. Like I had no words, literally no words. And I thought if I find a place nearby, it would be uh, just wonderful. It will be amazing. And yeah, I found it. It was I was probably lucky because not so many places in this area. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no, I think no, it all worked out, right? Maybe it was a good thing that you had the delay because then you got this place to live. So that's fantastic.
yeah.
Cool.
Holidays were pretty hard because when you move alone, you still don't have friends and you are not allowed to meet people because of COVID.
Mm.
But now it's Spain. It's sunny almost every day. I enjoy going out. And very soon my bike will be delivered that I took from Germany. So,
Oh yes,
and I have my kayak. I go kayaking on sunny days because it's nearby water.
yeah.
So,
I don't even go kayaking. I grew up here. I've never been well. Actually, when I was a kid, I went kayaking, but I should get back into that. It's a very nice thing to do, especially
and
in the
on
summer.
weekend,
Yeah.
yeah, on weekend I can go to mountains. I saw snow.
Mm.
Eh, in Germany there are not so places with snow. So
Mm.
last time I've seen it was maybe 2 years in Russia when I visited my family. And so last weekend I went for hiking in the snow. It was just great.
Yeah, yeah. The mountain, right? Cypress or grouse or Seymour, the mountains here. Yeah,
See more, yeah,
Seymour.
yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh man, that's. I'm so happy to hear that. Cool, cool. And then work is good. You're enjoying your time and growing the
Yeah,
company.
yeah, I really enjoy working in a company. I work with my favorite technologies in a team of wonderful people. We are doing a very interesting project. I got a chance to work with Backhand more than ever in my career.
Mm,
Um, I'm learning something new every week. So,
awesome, awesome. That's great to
so
hear.
we are still working from homes, but soon will be moved to our great office in downtown. So it's
Yeah,
going to be even more interesting to
nice.
communicate with people.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. And then maybe last question is what tips do you have for other people, other van hackers who are looking to get hired? What would you say that like what helped you? Well,
I think it's don't be afraid to follow your dreams. So it's can look almost impossible in the very beginning, and you don't know what to start from. But the
mm,
most important thing is the first step.
mm,
Later there will be dozens of other steps and many challenges, and there is no guarantee of winning. But you never get a chance to try without doing this very first step.
mhm,
And it's important to believe in yourself. Yeah, maybe it sounds pretty standard, but I'm sure it's a part of a success. Believe
yeah,
that you can manage it, that you can go through it for the most tough parts instead of giving up. So it will
mhm,
help you.
mhm,
And help is important. We can do most of the things alone by ourselves, but working with a team in a team with people that can support you is just amazing.
yeah. No, it's so true. We hack together, so yeah, we're here to help and prepare and yeah, get people hired. One other last question for me, just maybe there's some van hackers watching this from Russia, and I personally I was born in Siberia, left when I was young, but I have a soft spot in my heart for Russians or people from that area. Um, what would you say to them? Like, because I think we should get more Russian or Ukrainian, Belarus people hired on VanHack. Do you have any tips for people from that region?
I think it's just maybe the same, but for our people, just follow your dream. Yeah, many people think that it's impossible to reach something they don't believe.
Mm,
Uh, and I have an experience of someone who made him a dream to come true after reading my post about something what I did.
mm,
It's not about work and moving to another country, but yeah, people can see that other people succeed. They follow their paths, And in Russia, it can be hard because when it's a very different culture, I would say,
Mhm,
uh,
mhm,
and people think sometimes that it's hard to reach something better, what people deserve.
mhm.
So it just I hope that my experience will make some other people to finally start uh, doing some, and in the next years they will probably be the next one as a success story. They will give advices to the next people. So
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, sometimes we have success case videos that we record, and the person says, I've watched 20 of these videos, and now I'm doing mine. So, I mean, who knows? In the future, one day we'll do a record a video with someone who watched this video now. So, yeah, that's fantastic. Anastasia, thank you so much for sharing your experience. Congratulations again on your success. And if there's any last words you want to say, or we can just finish here.
I just want to thank you, VanHack, for everything that you did for me. It was just the most supportive people that I've ever seen in my life, beside of my team in work.
Mm.
So uh, I don't think that I could manage it by myself. Really, I want to say huge thank you, a million of thank you to you.
My pleasure. And yeah, I can't wait for the quarantine and everything. Well, not quarantine, but the lockdown to finish. And you and I can go biking around the beaches of Vancouver together. And yeah, it'll be
I,
fun.
I can wait to start see people like 3 months completely alone. It's
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Well,
I
enjoy the weekend in the sun. And thanks again for sharing your time here.